Why did a drink famous for having no taste end up fighting over potatoes and grain? Well, if you think it is just boring water, you are missing out on the real spirit. Since it is clear and silent, it seems like the raw ingredients do not matter at all. But for centuries, the distillers of this cold spirit divided into potato and grain camps and fought hard. That seemingly random raw material debate eventually exploded into a massive war over the vodka name itself. If you follow the oldest distilling trail, grain sacks appear long before potatoes. People gathered rye and wheat that survived the freezing fields and turned them into warm spirits. Potatoes entered Europe much later, but they multiplied fast and squeezed into the vodka recipe. From that point, vodka stepped out of the grain fields and embraced the rich starch of the potato. In the end, this drink was never about a fixed recipe. It was about whatever grew best in the local soil. If you change the base ingredient, the texture and nuance of the vodka shift too. Potato vodka, round like myself, coats your mouth with a heavy and creamy finish. Spirits distilled from spicy rye give your tongue a sharp, robust kick, while wheat vodka goes down incredibly soft and light. Of course, after burning through high-proof distillation and charcoal filtration, the gap gets very narrow. But serve it ice cold and take a shot, and those hidden personalities will speak up loud and clear. That said, vodka is not a spirit that brags about its ingredients. By distilling the alcohol up to an extreme proof, the original colors and heavy scents are pushed away. That is why regulations categorize vodka as a clean, neutral spirit, rather than an aromatic liquor. Only after blending with pure water and filtering through charcoal does it become the clear vodka we know. So that absolute clarity does not mean empty space. It is the trace of relentless subtraction. Because of this subtraction, America strictly defined vodka as a spirit without distinctive character, aroma, or taste. They believed that only the most neutral, flavorless liquid deserved the title of true vodka. But do you think distillers just sat still? They used every trick to make their liquor smoother. They quietly added drops of sugar or citric acid to soften the bite of the alcohol. Eventually, the battle moved from the distillery to the courtroom, turning into a fight over legal naming rights. And that is where the famous Vodka War broke out. It was not about taste, but a war over label rights. The big question was, how far can the word vodka stretch? Traditional distillers in Poland and Scandinavia shouted that true vodka must only come from potato or grain. To them, vodka was not just a commercial product. It was their ancestors' pride and legacy. But mega producers making cheap alcohol from grapes or sugar beets demanded the raw material rules be widened. In the end, the EU could not ban the newcomers, so they compromised by forcing them to print the exact raw material on the front label. That historical compromise is still stamped on the front of vodka bottles today. If a bottle is made from anything other than potato or cereal, the label must state the source clearly. You can call grape or sugar beet alcohol vodka, but you have to show your family tree. Because of this, buyers started looking past the clear liquid and examining what actually went inside. A tiny line of text became the invisible border separating traditional vodka from the modern imitators. And you know what? That stubborn standard finally collapsed across the ocean in America too. In 2020, the US government officially erased the outdated rule that forced vodka to be completely tasteless. The market was already overflowing with unique craft vodkas showing off the distinct textures of potato and rye. While it remained a neutral spirit, they finally unlocked the chains that demanded absolute zero character. They admitted that no matter how much you filter, the heritage of the raw material still breathes inside the glass. So if you look at the vodka shelves now, every bottle is busy bragging about its family tree. One points to the creamy softness of potatoes, while another pushes the spicy bite of rye. Others show off the clean profile of wheat, or even the fruity origin of grapes. Amateurs might shrug and ask, is it not all just pure alcohol? But real drinkers choose a bottle for that tiny edge. Distinguishing vodkas is really about finding and enjoying the invisible backbone left inside the clear liquid. The takeaway for tonight is that just because vodka is transparent does not mean its heritage is thin. Potatoes and grain hide their smell and color, but their names are deeply carved into the history and labels of the bottle. Traditionalists fought to guard the old fields, while new markets fought to tear down those walls. So the next time you hold a bottle of vodka, do not just drink, Take a good look at the raw materials on the label. That glass looks like it is holding absolutely nothing, but it is actually holding centuries of battles over its own identity.